It's that time of the week where I reveal all of the week's episodes of Eastenders, and we are currently up to week 34 of 2024, and things are definitely getting interesting. Before I get started, if this is your first time here and you love Eastenders, then please hit that subscribe button right now for all future updates. I'm kicking this video off with Reese and Sonia. I was only saying last week that I was really starting to struggle with this storyline. Something needed to happen. Well, heaven behold, my prayers were answered, because this week Reese and Sonia were both arrested at their engagement party in the Vic in front of everyone. A proper good old EastEnders duff moment. So it turns out that Debbie's post-mortem revealed that she was actually smothered to death with a pillow, and the police think that it was either Sonia or Reese or both of them. Now, as predicted, it's Sonia who ends up being charged with Debbie's murder, and Reese is let go. Now, if you remember, Reese actually left his mobile phone at Peggy's club during the night where he went to the hospital to kill Debbie. So the police check his phone location for that night, and it gave Reese an alibi. Now, Sonia, on the other hand, she was home alone and she has no alibi. Also, if you remember, she did visit Debbie the day when she was murdered, and she had a little bit of a run-in with, I think it was the reception nurse, for not signing in. It's not looking good for Sonia. So, my thoughts on this. There is half of me that really does feel sorry for Sonia, especially during that scene where she's crying into Uncle Jack's arms in the police cells. But then there is this other half of me that is literally screaming at the TV because Sonia is just being so stupid. Everyone on the square thinks it was Reese, even Jack, but Sonia, she is so blinded by it all, she refuses to believe it. Now, Jack does end up persuading Sonia to ask Reese if he did it when Reese is having a little bit of a, chat with Sonia that Jack allows, and Reese ends up denying it, and Sonia believes him before being taken to prison on remand. Now, don't get me wrong, love can make you blind, but with what Sonia already knows about Reese, surely she must know it was him who did that to Debbie. I hate Reese for doing this to Sonia, I really, really do. But what next? Well, Sonia is taken to prison during Thursday's duff moment, so she's not in a very good place right now, but it did get me thinking, what if we get a cheeky little Janine return? Now, Janine, as far as I'm aware, she's still in prison with Mick's baby. Maybe Sonia will end up in the same section of the prison as Janine because Sonia is pregnant. You heard it first here, guys. I mean, you never know. With all of these nice little returns we've been having recently, leading up to the 40th anniversary, who knows? Now, what is next for Reese? Well, I honestly have no idea. He doesn't function very well without Sonia, so it's going to be interesting seeing how he copes. And even though everyone in the square knows that it was him who did that thing to Debbie, Reese is so spineless. I mean, he's willing to let Sonia go down for murder with his unborn child. I mean, how are they going to get him to admit it? I feel that the only resolution to this storyline is for Reese to be found out, or maybe Reese is going to end up framing somebody else. Maybe Debbie's mum. I mean, I don't know how he would be able to frame her, but you never know. Reese is just on a downward spiral now. There is no coming back for his character. He's eventually going to be found out, or he's going to end up dead, or both. Kathy was back from America this week, but she didn't have the best news for Phil about Ben, because poor Ben isn't coping well at all in prison. He is really, really struggling. So Ian, he's decided to stay over a little bit longer in America to try and sort things out, whatever the hell that means. Maybe they're going to try and get Ben sent back over to England to finish out his sentence here. I don't know. I am no expert in these things. I am literally just guessing. Now, I have been hearing rumors online that Ben might possibly be returning a little bit sooner than what we were all expecting. I mean, there is a big question mark on this because there is a lot of fake news online these days. I do take things with a pinch of salt until it's confirmed by Digital Spy or Radio Times, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Would you guys be happy to see Ben back so soon? Let me know. So with Ian still over in America, this leaves Cindy free to keep running off and bonking Junior. That is until when Junior takes this very attractive woman into the Vic to stop, Gina and George from quizzing him about his mystery woman and put them off the scent. But this doesn't go down very well with Cindy, who later on demands to Junior that he bins off his latest floozy and doesn't sleep with anybody else going forward apart from her, Cindy. I mean, oh God, why am I not surprised this is Cindy Beale? But, oh God, it's okay for Cindy to go behind Ian's back, but heaven forbid should Junior sleep with anyone else, even though he's the one who's now a free man. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still has a wife, but they're no longer together. That is Cindy all over though. She is a bitch and she's also a very selfish bitch. But when all of this comes out, I think the only person that I'm going to feel really sorry for the most is Ian Beale. And I never thought I would say that, but saying that, when all of this is revealed, it might send Ian running back into Jane's arms, and maybe Jane will return to Albert Square and Eastenders permanently. Who knows? Maybe Jane's recent guest stint was just a little warm-up. Teddy ended up becoming the new owner of number 1 Albert Square, which of course was Chelsea's home before Gray sold it. Actually, the very start of this week's episodes, something very strange happened because eldest son Harry arrived onto the square all battered and bruised, and Harry and Teddy, they were having these little secret silent conversations throughout the week, talking quite cryptically as if they were running away from somebody extremely dangerous. But it's all a bit of a mystery at the moment. Nothing is really revealed. I mean, Teddy buys the house off Gray and then tells everybody else in the square it's because, they want to be close to their new found family. But Teddy does say, I think it's to Harry in one of the episodes, that nobody can really find out why they've moved to Albert Square. So what is all that about? Now, the rumour machine is pointing to upcoming returning legend Chrissy Watts being a part of it in some shape or form, which would make sense because Chrissy did cause a lot of trouble for Sharon, and then Sharon, she currently has a lot of friends on the square, a lot of support, especially from Phil Mitchell, who Teddy is currently trying to build bridges, especially during this week's episodes. But how is it all going to tie in together? It's going to be very interesting. Why was Harry all battered and bruised? There's definitely a lot more to this storyline that's coming, and I cannot wait to see it all unravel and secrets revealed. Chelsea, Denise and Kim were giving Teddy a little bit of a hard time for buying Chelsea's house, but he soon made up for it because he ended up persuading Gray to put £30,000 into a trust fund for Jordan. So, this goes down well with Chelsea, and Teddy ends up throwing a party at the house for everyone, so everyone is besties for now. Harvey was doing my head in this week with all of this Maya nonsense storyline of him giving her money and working himself dangerously into the ground and constantly letting Jean down, which I'm really not okay with. It all came to a head when Harvey fell asleep in his cab with, baby Charlie in the back with the windows up, and it was a really hot summer's afternoon. Now, luckily, Jack saw what was happening and he manages to wake Harvey up and get Charlie out of the back of the car to cool her down, but it doesn't go down well with Jean, and it gets even worse when Harvey admits that the whole reason for it is because he's still giving Maya money. Now, in the end, Jean ends up leaving to go and stay with her son Sean until her back is a little bit better, which is a little bit sad to see because I love Jean as a character. I got such a soft spot for her, but she definitely deserves better than what Harvey has been giving her at the moment. Now, Harvey, he does meet up with Maya this week and tells her that you won't be paying her any more money, but where is this storyline going? There has to be more to it. That can't just be it. It's got to be building up to something, and I honestly have no idea what at this stage. But I really do hope that Jean isn't away for too long. Come back soon, Jean. There was mention of a summer carnival from Kim at one point this week, and this straight away got me very excited for, this week's episodes, because if you didn't already know, this coming week there are some massive episodes airing. Now, I'm not going to be giving anything away in this video because I've already done a whole spoiler video on this topic, but I am very excited to see the episodes this week. I feel there is just going to be carnage, chaos, and it's going to be shocking. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure George's long lost brothers arrive maybe in this week's episode or the week after. I'm not sure. But don't forget, guys, do not forget we also have the big, massive week of Dean Wick's trial just around the corner. So guys, make sure you've got your popcorn ready. So a solid week for EastEnders. We are coming to the end of the summer holidays now, and the autumn storylines are already starting to kick in. Now, my favourite moment this week has to be Linda sorting herself out and getting herself into rehab. I was only saying it last week that she has to do this now, otherwise her character is going to end up 6 foot under. And my least favourite moment has to be Reese letting Sonia carry the can of Debbie's murder. Oh, I'm just not okay with this at all. But I'm sure he's going to be found out. But anyway, guys, that's enough of me babbling. Let's hear some of your thoughts. What did you guys think of this week's episodes? What were your favourite moments? Let me know everything in the comments box below. And guys, on that note, it has come to the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching today's video. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all again very, very soon.